Tell me another story from the face.
My granddad was a funny bloke. He could turn his nose inside out. Like this. Well, perhaps not quite like that, and it probably didn't hurt him as much. But he told a belting story, did my granddad. One of my favourites was about the time when he was a young man on a visit to Ireland. It happened early one April morning when he was walking along the cliffs by an old ruined castle. He'd passed the castle before, but that day was different. All of a sudden, he heard voices coming from a little cavern beneath the castle walls. He bent down to take a look, and there inside the hollow was a little green man. And he was having an argument with a snail.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't string you up by your horns and play Danny Boy on your shell with me shillelagh.
One very good reason is that I wouldn't like it.
Of course you wouldn't like it, you spalpeen, that's the whole point.
Oh, I see. No, I don't.
You were supposed to be looking after me crock of gold. It just up and walked out while you weren't looking. Is that it?
My granddad had stumbled across a leprechaun, and a very cross leprechaun. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, is it? Good morning. Well, I'll have you know it's about as rotten a morning as I could possibly be asking for. Thanks to this witless, brainless, stupid snail. And if you're thinking of getting your hands on me crock of gold, you can think again.
Your crock of gold?
Me crock of gold. Every fool around these parts knows that if you catch a leprechaun and threaten to beat him black and blue, he'll hand over his pot of gold. So long as you keep your eyes on him, that is. Take your eyes off him for a fraction of a second, and there he isn't.
What?
Look, over there.
What? But when he looked back, Grandad found the leprechaun had gone. Seamus the snail smiled stupidly at him.
Hello.
Where'd he go?
Search me.
I'd rather not. I don't want to get my hands all slimy.
See, I told you we were quick. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a crock of gold to look for.
Perhaps I could help.
Help, you say? Help, is it? Well, perhaps you could. You're a big chap, and if it comes to any fighting... Still, first we'd better get in touch with my cousin Spugganoo.
Spugganoo? That doesn't sound like a very Irish name.
Well, there's a good reason for that. It's not an Irish name, but then we leprechauns aren't Irish neither, see? No, we're descended from the crew of a spaceship that crash-landed on Muckish Mountain in Donegal many years ago. It was a freighter from Arcturus 3 transporting a cargo of precious minerals from the asteroid belt, would you believe?
And as the leprechaun told his story, Grandad tried to imagine what it would have been like aboard the Arcturian freighter.
It won't be long now, Bograt, and we'll both be back in Arcturus, having a welcome spogging of Gildafell.
That reminds me. Did you hear the one about the Betelgeusian terrorist who tried to blow up a spaceship? He couldn't get his mandibles around a retro booster pack.
Wasn't much of a joke, but then it doesn't take much to tickle an Arcturian. The leprechaun carried on.
Yeah, they laughed so much that they lost control of the ship. And like I said, it crashed into Muckish Mountain. Well, they quite like the look of the place, and so they settled here. And that's who all we leprechauns are descended from. Right, Seamus? Time to get hold of Spugganoo.
Oh no, I hate this. It makes me horns ache for days after. It's no easy job getting your thought waves all the way to Octorus.
It seems that Seamus was an Octoran thought snail, which meant that he could communicate telepathically with Octorus 3. In no time at all, Sbugnu, the leprechaun's cousin, was there in the cavern.
Greetings from Octorus 3, fair cousin. And what, if it be in my power, can I do for you?
The leprechaun had explained about the missing crock of gold and asked Sbugnu to try to locate it.
With all my heart, dear cousin. I have a fix on the fabled crock. It lies no more than 3 galleons yonder.
And following Sbugnu's quivering Octorian dowsing finger, my grandad and the leprechaun set off to find the crock of gold. They left Seamus behind. After all, it would have taken them days to get there with him in tow. Mind you, Seamus wasn't too upset at this.
I'll be able to catch up with cataloguing my collection of pork pie wrappers.
It wasn't long before my grandad, the leprechaun, and Sbugnu came to a very unusual rock formation that jutted out to sea. It was made of hexagonal pillars of stone and looked almost as if it had been man-made.
Oh no! Oh no! Don't tell me he's got it! This is the Giant's Causeway! He's been trying to build himself a road back to Scotland for years, but he ran out of funds.
Aye, that I did. So I thought I'd go and find me some more. Any objections?
The giant appeared as if from nowhere. A pretty neat trick when you're over 12 feet tall.
So it was you who stole me crock of gold, was it? You great galloping gargoyle, you.
I said, any objections?
Well, no. As a matter of fact, no. Oh, criminals, what am I going to do now?
Grandad came up with an idea. If we can get him to go to sleep.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Here, Mr. Giant, would you mind opening that great gob of yours and swallowing these sleeping pills? Except, blow me, didn't I forget to bring any pills along?
Well, it's worth a try. Excuse me, Mr. Giant. I couldn't help noticing this wonderful causeway of yours. Didn't by any chance build it yourself, did you?
What? Oh, this? Well, yes. As a matter of fact, I did.
Grandad knew how infectious a yawn could be. And so...
27 years it's taken me so far. 111,000 tons of best basalt I've used.
Basalt, eh?
Each pillar lovingly handcrafted from the base rock and exactly located.
Exactly located. I see, yeah.
And that's not easy work, I can tell you, even for a big fella like me.
No, well, it wouldn't be, would it?
And you build up a hearty appetite, hewing rock and laying stones all day.
Do go on. Yeah.
Why, for breakfast alone this morning, I had 17 legs of mutton, 23 loaves of wheaten bread, a barn full of eggs, and washed it all down with 50 pints of milk. Mind you, that was a few hours ago, and I'm beginning to feel a little sleepy. I mean, peckish. So I think I'll have a little...
There, he's asleep. Now to look for your crock of gold, Mr. Leprechaun. Mr. Leprechaun?
Oh, I must have dropped off there. I was having myself a lovely dream, so it was all about the The giant? He's out cold. Right, Spignou, do your stuff.
Spignou looked around the causeway, using his dowsing finger to search for the crock of gold.
Oh! Big jeebers, be up to gobble. Oh!
The leprechaun was so excited that he forgot all about the sleeping giant. Until he woke up, that is.
What? Come back! Come back here, or so help me all!
Quick, run! Yes, but not too fast. We're only little.
They ran as fast as they could, but the giant was gaining with every stride. Then they came to a place where the ground seemed to drop away in front of them, and a deep ravine crossed their path.
Oh, heck! What do we do now? The bridge! The rope bridge! There, look!
Grandad thought the leprechaun must be raving with fear. But to one side of them, sure enough, there was a rickety-looking rope bridge across the chasm.
Quick, to the other side.
As Grandad, the leprechaun and Spignou made their way across the rickety rope bridge, they wondered if the giant would dare to follow.
So it's the bridge, is it? Well, I'll still get you. I'll make mincemeat out of you. I'll grind your bones to dust.
Made it! The ropes! Untie the ropes!
Grandad, the leprechaun and Spignou struggled to untie the ropes that secured the bridge to the rock on the other side of the abyss.
They're too blithering tight.
I'll have your toenails for tiddlywinks.
I wonder what fate awaits me.
We Octonus have no toenails. I'll have your ear holes for equals.
Let me have a go, quick. I've got bigger fingers than you.
I'll have your kneecaps for nutcrackers.
Just one more tug. We did it! We did it! Well, Mr. Leprechaun. Mr. Leprechaun?
But the leprechaun had done his disappearing act again. And he, Spignou, and the crock of gold were nowhere to be seen. And though Grandad searched and searched, he never saw them, or Seamus the snail, again. At least that's the story Grandad used to tell.
When the world has grown weary, tired of turning, it stops in between time and space. I walk through a door